So, generative AI, it's doing a lot more than just creating cool images or writing poetry. It's actually fundamentally rewiring how businesses operate. We're talking everything from the way they talk to you, their customer, to how their own teams get work done. So today, let's break down what this shift to becoming AI native really looks like.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're trapped in some robotic phone menu, just mashing the zero key over and over again, practically begging to talk to a real human. It's a universal frustration for sure, but it's way more than just a minor annoyance.
And that, right there, is the crucial point. For a business, that frustration you feel isn't just a bad user experience, it's a critical failure. See, when customers can't get simple answers or find what they need, they don't just get angry, they leave. And that is the exact problem that this new wave of AI is built to solve.
So, how do we get from those clunky, frustrating bots to something that's, genuinely helpful? It all starts with understanding that the AI agents we're used to are going through this massive evolution right now. On one side, you've got the old guard, deterministic agents. These things are built on really rigid if this, then that logic. You say keyword, it follows a pre-programmed path. Think press 1 for sales. But on the other side, you have these new generative agents. They're powered by large language models, the same magic behind tools like Gemini. And this means they don't just match keywords, they actually understand your intent, which allows for a much more natural, flexible conversation. But the journey didn't just stop there. Because while generative AI is amazing at conversation, businesses also need control and predictability. And that's where hybrid agents come in. Just imagine an AI that can chat freely with you about different product features, but when it's time to, say, process a return, it snaps to a strict, unchangeable script. That's the real power of hybrid. You get the best of both worlds, the control of the old systems with the conversational freedom of the new.
Okay, but a great conversationalist is totally useless if it doesn't have the right facts, right? I mean, how do you make sure an AI knows about your company, your specific products, your latest policies, and isn't just making stuff up? Well, that's where a really key piece of technology comes into play. It's called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. Now, what's so cool about RAG is that it basically acts like a bridge. It connects the powerful general knowledge brain of an LLM directly to your company's own private, specific, and up-to-the-minute information. This is the secret sauce that makes the AI's answers trustworthy and actually relevant to your business.
So, how does it actually work? Well, when you ask a question, the AI's first move is to retrieve relevant info from your company's own knowledge base. Then, it augments your original question with all this new context it just found. It's only then that it generates an answer based on that combined, fact-checked information. It can even go back and refine its search if it needs more info. Pretty smart, huh? All right, so we've got these smarter, more flexible agents that are grounded in a company's actual reality. The most obvious place to put this new superpower to work is in completely reimagining the customer experience. And this has led to entire toolkits designed for customer engagement. These platforms let businesses build their own modern chatbots, give their human agents an AI co-pilot that finds information for them instantly, and even analyze conversations to figure out how to improve service. It's the whole shebang, all running from the cloud.
But okay, let's move from theory to the real world, because that's where it gets interesting. There's this growing online tax company, Symbol Taxes, and they were just getting slammed with questions during tax season. Their human team just couldn't keep up.
So what they did was build an AI assistant that was grounded in their own knowledge base of tax laws and all their FAQs. So now when a customer asks a simple question, boom, they got an instant, accurate, and super helpful answer. And it didn't just stop there. The AI could also provide extra context, like explaining how extensions work. And the results? They were absolutely staggering. The company's Net Promoter Score, which is a huge deal for measuring customer loyalty, jumped by 15 points. That's massive. Customers just loved the speed and the helpfulness of this new assistant. And this just brilliantly illustrates the other side of the coin, the efficiency gains. Call volume dropped by 20%, and email inquiries fell by a whopping 30%. This meant their human experts were freed up to focus on the really complex, thorny cases that actually needed a human touch. But what's really powerful here isn't just about answering customer questions. The exact same idea, grounding AI in your own data, can totally transform how everyone finds information. We're talking about customers on your website or even your own employees. It's like creating a personal Google just for your business. Okay, let's start with customers. For any online retailer, search is everything. But traditional keyword search can be pretty clunky. What if you could search with a picture instead? With these modern AI search tools, a customer can just upload a photo of a sweater they saw on Instagram. The AI analyzes the image, the color, the pattern, the whole style, and instantly shows them visually similar items that are in stock right now. It completely changes the game for discovering new products. Now, let's flip the coin and look inside the company. Your employees, they often waste a huge amount of time just hunting for information that's scattered across a dozen different systems. This is where enterprise AI assistants come in, acting like a personal research assistant for every single employee. Just take a wealth advisor, for example. To come up with a new trade idea for a client, they can just ask their AI assistant to pull the latest market reports, compare all of that against their private client notes, and then draft a personalized email. Or if they need to research a complex topic, the AI can scan thousands of sources, create a research plan, and then produce a detailed report, even with an audio summary. We're talking about tasks that used to take hours, now being done in minutes. So when you start putting all these different pieces together, you begin to see that this isn't just about plugging in a few new tools here and there. It's really about a fundamental shift in how an organization works. It's about becoming truly AI native. So let's just recap the big takeaways from this journey. First, we saw AI agents evolve from those rigid robots into flexible, conversational partners. Second, that key technology, RAG, grounds the AI in your company's unique data, which makes it trustworthy. This, in turn, completely transforms how you engage with customers, boosting both satisfaction and efficiency. And it unlocks incredible productivity inside the company. And the bottom line is, this isn't just about new tech, it's a whole new way of operating. And that really leaves us with one final thought. Every single business out there is sitting on a mountain of unique data about its products, its customers, its processes. The question is no longer if that data is valuable, but how you're going to unlock it. So, is your company's data an untapped superpower? That's something to think about. Thanks for joining me.